did those feet in ancient times. What are we going to do today? Let's see. Let me pull up a couple of things here. Yes. Right, I'm going to show you right now on your screen. Oops, that's the wrong thing. There we go. This is called Jerusalem. We're going to talk a little bit about how to transpose one key to another. And we're going to do it with Jerusalem. Where am I at? Thanks for being patient, everybody. It's really great. Dermot, I see that you're here. That's fantastic. Sean, hello. How you doing? Bob, good afternoon. Yes, you're a little bit early, Dermot. That's okay. Not a problem at all. Okay. What we're going to do today is, last week I played Jerusalem, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer did this song, recorded this song on brain salad surgery. And I learned it probably 20 years ago. And I decided to do it after the Queen passed away, the day after the Queen passed away. And I didn't realize that this particular song was one that was thought of as a possible national anthem for the United Kingdom or Great Britain or whoever you guys are over there. Let's see. Caps lock. Oops. Is that for me? Is Albert here? Oh, hi. Hi, Albert. So, this is really interesting because I love this song, and I've played it for at least 20 years. And let me show you right here. Let's see. Where's my... Take that. It's hard to see that. Okay, I'm going to change, and I'm going to show you the actual... There's Jerusalem right there. Let's make it a little bigger. I'll leave this on the screen for a minute so that you can see it. And did those feet in ancient times walk upon England's mountains green? And was the holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? All right. Now, if you were singing to yourself, thinking to yourself, this is just a little bit too high for me. Maybe I can do it a little lower. Let's put it over here. Let me pull up a new page right there. And this is in the key of D. Actually, let's go back. That's not the one I want. Trying to find it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You'll notice that this is a D note, or a D chord. And did those feet... Now this is the first verse right here. And you'll notice that it starts on D and it ends on D. So we're just going to go with the key of D. And let's see, I pulled up a new document right here. So the notes in the key of D, and I'm going to put my caps lock on here, and I'm going to make this bigger. Let's see, let's make it like 36-point type. And what's the... Let me look at my other document here really quick. I'm going to look at Courier New. Now, the reason I'm going to use Courier New is because Courier New will line up all of the letters and the numbers really well. Where'd it go? There it is, right there. Okay, so in fact, let's turn this into bold so we can see it a little bit better. No, on second thought, let's not turn it into bold. Let's just make it bigger and take the bold off. So the notes in the scale I'm going to let you see me again, my friends. The notes in the scale on the piano and in music starts with A, like the lowest note on the piano is A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And those are the 7 notes, not counting the sharps and flats. We won't talk about those for a minute. Well, if I start with D, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So let's go back to my paper right here. And we got D, oops, clicking on the wrong thing. So I'm just going to put E, F, G. Now after G, we start over with the musical scale. A, B, C, and then after that is D. So there's a musical scale right there. Now if I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're back to 1 again. Now the D major scale has actually 2 sharps in it. And we're going to explore those in just a moment here. Let's see if I can find, let's see, let me pull up another document. I'm looking really quick here. I was looking at it last night. Oh, you know what? Let's just pull up my book. I'll just pull it up in here, and we'll go to major scales. There we go. Major scales, circle of fifths written out. And here we are. Now this is actually my program that I'm using. I'm using LibreOffice. Not sponsored by them, by the way, and I don't really care. Right here, you'll notice that we've got the scales. These are the major scales written out. C, G, D. Now we're the key of D, and you'll notice that there's a uppercase letter D. Let's make that a little bigger so you can see it better. Uppercase D, small e, small f, sharp. That means sharp. G, A, B, C sharp, and there's a little circle right there, which means that if we build a chord on that note, it becomes a diminished chord. And then we have a D. Let's go back to our other page right here. So the E is going to be a minor chord, like that, E minor, F minor, but it's going to be a sharp, F sharp minor. Then G is going to be major, A is going to be major, B is going to be diminished, so I'm going to put dim, B dim right there. But you know what? We're not even going to worry about diminished. And let's make this a little bit smaller because it's not fitting on one line. So let's go to, let's see, what was I on? Let's go to 32. Would that be big enough? I'll just make it bigger like that. And let's scoot these over a little bit. Okay, there we go. 6. Uh-oh. Am I missing something? Oh, I am. That's supposed to be a minor chord. Wait. This is not right. D minor, D diminished, C. Oh, yeah, we're okay. No, wait. Something's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I know what's wrong. What I did was I changed my diminished thing right there. Let's change this back to something smaller, like that. And my C is going to be 1. Oh, I know what the problem is. You'll have to excuse me, my friends. C sharp diminished. Okay, so let's go back to, see that right there? D, E, F sharp. So it's D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, B minor, C sharp diminished, and D. So if I write them out like this, D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A, B minor, C sharp diminished, and D. Now actually the C sharp diminished we're not even going to worry about that. I'm going to strike that through just like that. And we're just not even going to worry about the C sharp diminished. Even think about it, really. And now let's change this into a different key. Let's change it. Here, let me turn this off, and I'll get you back to where I can see you. Where you can see me. What I'd like to do is I'd like to lower this a step. So here's a D. And did those feet. Let's say you say to yourself, it's too high. I need to make it lower. Well, what's the note below D? And did those. Well, C is below D, right? Here's D. Here's C. It's 2 frets down. That's a whole step, or a tone, as they say in the UK. So let's change this into the key of C. Okay, so let's write out the key of C here. We've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and that's actually going to be B diminished. I'm going to copy that right there and just stick it down here. Ding! Like that. And then we have, after the B diminished, let me go back up to the regular font. That's 32 size. Let's go back up to 32. And I don't want to do that strikeout again. Get rid of that strikeout. And I want another C right there. So these are going to line up. Now, my chords in C major are going to be D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B diminished. And why isn't that lined up? That's better. Okay, but we're not going to worry about the B diminished chord because we're not going to use it, or the C sharp diminished. Well, what we do here is that when I look at my lead sheet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change all my D chords. I wish I could do a split screen on this. Change my D chords into C chords. Change my B minor chords into A minor chords. Change my G chords into F chords. You see that? Change the E minor chords into D minor chords. B minor into A minor, I just said that. Now my F sharp minor is going to change into an E minor chord. We have an F sharp minor in Jerusalem. And then there's a couple of chords that are not actually in this key. In the key of D, it actually goes out of the key for a little bit. Let's go back to, where am I at? Let's go back to this one. And let's make this other one. We'll go do that. We're going to make this one smaller so you can see it better. Just like that. So the D chord, and did those feet. So I'm going to change the D into C. And did those feet, A minor into F, in ancient times. F chord, walk upon England's. And then we got, let's see, D minor, mountains green. Just like that. All right, let's take this off. And I am going to just play it for you. I don't have this written out, but I'm just going to play the first verse for you and transpose it in my head. And did those feet in ancient times walk upon England's, and I got to think about it, mountains green, and was the holy Lamb of God on England heaven's pleasant pastures see, and did the countenance divine sign forth upon our, let's see, what's my chord right there? B flat. Clouded hills, and was Jerusalem builded here among those dark satanic mills. Okay, so what I had to do here in my head when I was playing that, I had to change, see right here I've got the E minor, A minor, E minor. That's a D minor to G minor to D minor. And then right here, right there, G, D with an F sharp bass, C with an E bass, D with an F sharp bass, back to G. I had to change those. You'll notice over here if you look, I had to change the G into an, excuse me, where's the G? Right there. I'd change it into an F. So I'm going from, this is the key where we were to the key where we're going. I had to do F, C with an E bass, B flat, with a D bass if I could find one, but I didn't worry about that. Back to C with an E bass to F. So it's interesting that that C chord, here let me show you my guitar again. My C chord, right, I have to bring it down 2 frets. Right, which becomes a B flat chord. So my C chord, that's a tricky one because it actually is not on that that sheet like that because it's borrowed from somewhere else. Look over here. You'll notice that we've got the C chord right there. We have a C sharp diminished chord in the key of D, but if we just think about it this way, you take a C chord and you go to some kind of a B chord, a C sharp chord, you know, some kind of a C goes to some kind of a B. So what happens there is that you've got that. Does that make sense? I don't know if this makes sense to you. But everything goes down 2 frets, right? C chord will change into that B flat chord. A D chord changes down to a C chord. A G chord goes to an F chord. Right? So it's actually pretty easy to do on the fly, although, you know, I'm live and things are kind of crazy, right? Let me go to my feed and see if you guys are talking to me. Let's see what it says here. Oh, Russ, aloha. Hello. Aloha, Russ. Lisa Doe, she's late. Not too late. Dean, let's see. Dean. Dermot. You guys are just talking back and forth saying hello to each other. That's great. No questions. Are there any questions? So I was thinking that this probably wouldn't get a lot of views, and it doesn't look like there's a ton of people on here. And that's okay, you know, because we're talking about music theory here. We're talking about changing from one key to another. How many people want to learn how to do that? Well, I love it because if I can't sing very high, then I like to change the key that I'm in. And so, tell you what, I will put this song in my book. I haven't released my book this month on the 15th. That was yesterday. I ran into some problems. I won't bore you with all my excuses, but I was doing some, some work last couple of weeks on some videos. I've got 3 videos in process right now, and lead sheets and things like that, and things were just getting bogged down. It was crazy. So anyway, yeah, give me a thumbs up, by the way. If you're here, give me a thumbs up. There's only 4 likes. And there's at least 5 people, here, or 6 people. Everybody who hasn't given me a like, go in there and give me a like. Please. I appreciate it. Helps me to share this with more people. All right, so that's how you do it. That's how you change chords, one chord into another chord. Take a D chord. If I'm going down to the key of C, that's 2 frets down, so your D chord We'll go down to C. This is really important. I was talking to one of my students. In fact, I was talking to Lisa yesterday. She's here. Right, Lisa? And I was teaching her the notes on the E string and the A string. If you can find the notes, like here's a C, right? You play a C chord. There's your C right there, right? 2 frets up is a D. 2 frets up is an E. 1 fret up is an F. 2 frets up is a G. 2 frets up is an A. Understanding how that works is really, really important. Of course, you can do it down here. C, D, E, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. If you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to take this song from a D down to a C. And did those feet, instead of, and did those feet, right? If it's too low, you take it up again. Go from D to an E, D to an E. And did those feet in ancient times, right? You just change it back and go up 2 frets. Okay, so that's what you do. You just figure it out. And if you know your bar chords, this can be very, very helpful too, because you can actually just say, instead of using open position chords, you could use like a C chord, and you're like, okay, what's 2 frets below that? That one right there, okay. That's a C chord, that's a B flat chord. Here's an A chord, 2 frets down, G chord. Here's a G chord, 2 frets down is an F chord. So understanding your bar chords and your notes on the E string and the A string, this is invaluable. I would really learn this well, because it'll help you to do things like transpose music from one key to another, if you want to. I do this all the time when I want to learn a song and it's too high for my voice. You can either sing it an octave lower, but, you know, and did those feet, I can't do that. And did those feet in ancient times. I can't sing that an octave lower. It's too low. And it's possible that, especially the version that that Emerson, Lake and Palmer did on brain salad surgery, it was actually higher, right? It was actually, let's see, I think, I'm trying to remember. And did those feet? I think it was in the key of F. So it was a minor third higher than D. I took it down to D because I didn't want to sing that high. You can take it down again. What does Lisa have to say? Yes, I got all 6 strings learned quick after 12 hours learning. Easy now. I am happy to know 6 strings, all functions on my head. I am happy to know. I love Lisa. She's wonderful. She's actually from Vietnam. And so she's been here for quite a few years. I think it was 30 or 40 years. Fantastic. She's really great. Good student. She said after 12 hours of learning. How many of you put in 12 hours of learning from yesterday to today? She's dedicated. You know, if you can't do 12 hours, then do a little bit. Do 10 minutes. Do an hour. Do a half an hour. Make a commitment, and this will really, really help you. Say, I'm going to practice for 10 minutes every day, and do it every day, right? Make sure you get it. If I pick up my guitar for 10 minutes, I'm usually there for half an hour. It's really great. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go hang out with my supporters. You can figure out how to do that by looking in the description of this video. And there are some links down there. And if you sign up to Subscribestar or Patreon or as a PayPal supporter, then you can only 2 hours of practice. Oh, I see. Okay. I thought maybe you had 12 hours of practice. Okay, she's been thinking about it for 12 hours. That's it. Only 2 hours of practice. Still, it's good practice. What was I saying? Oh, yes. If you become a supporter on any level, then you can come and hang out with me right after my live streams. We're going to talk to you later. Okay, thanks, guys, for being here. Thumbs up. Hey, I got 6 likes. That's fantastic. You're welcome, Dermot. And next week I will be back. We're going to do something completely different. Maybe learn a different song next time. All right. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later. Take care.